What if I told you there's a coin that has already done 157x this year alone, and the average of the next 9 combined is just 6x? In this video, I'm going to show you how to find these coins. My name is Karim. This is my 3rd cycle, and everything I know, I'm going to share with you on this channel. And see, guys, we're all here to figure out how to make more money. Let's be honest. That's why in today's video, I decided to share a very simple yet effective strategy that can potentially make you rich. And crypto has shown us that it's possible. Welcome back to the Crypto Code by ICN Talks. None of this is financial advice. This is my personal opinion. Please always do your own research. Sometimes you might think that it takes days of research and endless hours of analyzing reports and expensive tools. The truth is, there are public and free tools that you can use today at any time you want, where you can find the next 157x coin. Can you imagine 157x? For every $100 you invest, that's almost $16,000 in your pocket. So how is this possible? And where do we find them? Let's get straight into it. So guys, let's get started. I want to go into coinmarketcap.com. It's free. You don't even have to sign up, but you can, so you can make your own watch list. What I like to do is customize the way I see things. So that's very easy to do. You go to customize here on the top right. And then what I like to do, like my personal choice, is I'll look at the price. I'll go to from all-time high right over here. And then in the price change section, I'll go to 30 days, 60 days, and year to date. So that'll just show you the price change during that time frame. I'll go to market cap and I'll make sure it's selected for sure. For volume, I'm not really that keen, but if it's a small cap project, I will put it, because then you can see how much volume is being traded on a 24-hour basis. And that way you know how much liquidity there is. But for today, I'm not going to put that in. Supply, circulating supply is quite important to me, because then you can see how much of that supply is out in the market, which can affect how pricing can be. Then for charts, I'll just leave it as is, because I don't want to complicate the view. And then that's pretty much it. So once that's ready, up here in this section, what you can do is then just move things around. So for example, I'll move this here, but I like to have the from all-time high as the first part, so I'll put that there. Then I'll have year to date, 60 days, 30 days, market cap, and circulating supply. And once that's done, I apply changes. And now you'll have a full view on all of the coins and how they look. So here you can see Bitcoin is the first one. Obviously, it has the highest market cap, and Ethereum and so on. So how do we find the 157x? What I do is I go to the year-to-date percentage right here. I'll click it. And now you can see which coins have been performing the best from the beginning of this year until today. If you look at PopCat, it's done 157,000% since January. And then if you go to the 60 days, so the past 2 months alone, it's done 137%. That's insane returns. 30 days, we're looking at 121%. That's still incredible. But what I like to look at, and it's something that I noticed with the team, was the top 10 to top 15. There's a lot of meme coins here. So you look at PopCat as a meme coin. Dog with hat with an F has also done 1,500%. So that's 15x since the beginning of this year. 45% up in the past 2 months, and 60% up this month alone. Pepe, another meme coin. Floki is another one. And I guess Jasmine coin, I haven't heard of that one, but it also looks like another meme coin. But then we do obviously have some infrastructure plays. So Mantra, interesting. My first time looking at this, but Mantra is a security first RWA layer 1 blockchain. So because I now realize that they've done 2,000% since the beginning of this year and 50% over the past 2 months, I'm curious, right? So I'll go inside, I'll check it out. I'm not going to do that now, but I'll go inside. I'll do it now. So you can go into Mantra, and then you can check out the About section, which is what I like to do. And you can learn more about who's behind the team. You can check their Twitter. You can check the website and the white paper, and just, get to know what the project's all about. And if you think it's something interesting, you can add it to your watch list. And I guess I will, because I'm really into RWA. But that's something interesting to find. Nervous Network, I also realize is another infrastructure project. And then here you'll see Sui and Toncoin. Those are huge projects, great technology, great marketing team behind them. And you'll see in the past year, like since January until now, Sui has done 147%, which is fantastic. Past 60 days, 100%, which is incredible. You would have doubled your money, essentially, if you had invested just 2 months ago, or even 30 days ago, you would have doubled your money. If you look at Toncoin, which is part of the watch list, my personal watch list, is up 125% this year alone. Now, in the past 60 days, you can see that it's down 18%, which could be a good time to buy. In the past 30 days, it's been down 1%. So this is very interesting to look at. Going down, also, I noticed that Artificial Superintelligence Alliance is an AI project, so FET. They've done really well, considerably, 100% since the beginning of the year, 60% over the past 2 months. So these are the things that I like to look at, especially when I'm, going back into the market and trying to figure out which tokens are doing well and which tokens I should be looking out for. But what's also fun to do is to do the opposite. So now we'll look at the worst performing. We'll go here and look at some of the worst performing projects of the year. Insane. Look at this. So Arbitrum is the worst performing since the beginning of the year, down 65%. And Arbitrum is a layer 2. It's an infrastructure project. So we have a layer 2 here, Arbitrum. We have another one. Polygon is one of the worst performing, which is shocking. 61% down this year alone. We have Optimism. That's 3 layer 2s I'm looking at right here. Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon in the worst performing. That's insane. And then you'll see Lido, which is an Ethereum staking infrastructure where you can lend and borrow and all this amazing utility. And yet they're down 60% this year. They're the second worst performing token. So I look at this like, okay, maybe layer 2s, there are too many. That's an opinion. But Lido, for sure, it should be, I believe it's definitely going to come back up. So that's something that I want to keep my eye on, especially that it's down 94% from its all-time high, down 60%. I'll look at the past 30 days, actually. If you look at the past 30 days, it's up 4%. So there's some potential of it coming back. And I've been following Lido for a while. I really think it will do well in the next bull run. What else do we have here? See, I don't see any meme coins in this list in the top 15. I'm looking all the way through. These are all like proper projects. Filecoin is down here as well. Polkadot, Axie Infinity is a gaming. WorldCoin, which I think is by Sam Altman. It's one of the coins that he's done. It's down 50% this year. But look at this. It's up 30% in the past 30 days. So that's something I'd keep an eye on. It's just under $1 billion in valuation as well. So that's something that's interesting that could, potentially be a 3x, potentially could be a $3 billion project when the next bull run hits. Algorand is also down here. So these are all interesting. And what I like to do is not only look at the best performance, but I also look at what's worst performing in the past year, because always want to keep an eye on the potential upside, because I don't think Polygon is going to go anywhere. So it's worth looking at and kind of keeping an eye on that. So that's what I like to do. Very easy, very simple to do. And you can also switch that around. You can, if you wanted to check the last 60 days, you just tap on that and you can see, actually, look, it's another project that's doing really well. 56,000% up. First Nero on Ethereum, which I'm guessing is a meme coin. Popcat is still up there, obviously, but then you can start to see FTX is coming back, I guess, because they're paying back some of the, from the lawsuit. So that's something I will not touch. Thorchain is here. Aave, look at this. Aave since the beginning of the year is up 30%, up 51% in the last 2 months. That's very interesting to see. You can even go further and look at the 30%, and you start to see a little bit more of the same thing that you saw in the 60-day percent. So that's really interesting for me. Now that we've looked at that, I want to go back and look at the portfolio that we constructed in a previous video. We'll keep a link in the bio below so you can check that one out. I'm going to move here. We'll look at the 2025 portfolio plan, which is what I'm expecting for the bull run and how I want to allocate my portfolio as well. So we'll look at how they performed in this year. And wow, look at this. I mean, Sui is my top performer here. Toncoin. Tron is doing really well. I would say, wow. So let's look. So we'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects are actually in the green this year alone. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exactly in the red, which is interesting to see. I think there's huge potential there. If we look at the 60 days as well, very interesting. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to be looking at, keeping an eye on these as well, and making sure that I have the right projects in my portfolio for the next bull run. Obviously, it's not easy and timing is everything. But what I find super interesting is that there are teams getting together, building different projects, whether that's in infrastructure, games, RWA, or even a hype meme coin. And so yes, technical skills are important, but how far can a project go without the right marketing and go-to-market strategy? And we just saw Some of the biggest price drops this year came from projects building real tech and utility. We saw Lido, we saw Polygon, Optimism get completely smashed this year. So where's the true value for investment? And on the other hand, we saw meme projects like Popcat, Dog with Hat, and Floki perform the best this year. So a true battle of marketing versus technical utility. From my experience as an entrepreneur, marketing is fundamental, and I've seen a lot of projects fail because they didn't allocate the right budget for it. And in crypto, we see projects absolutely nail the marketing side. They build a massive community and following across socials, which then shows a higher price action. And if we look at the top 15 coins by market cap, we see two massive meme coins, Doge and Shiba. These are pure marketing companies who know exactly how to build a community and hype. Shiba is a $10 billion project, while Doge is worth $15 billion. So what does this prove? It proves that marketing has the potential to make unicorns in this industry. So does this mean that real technical projects are just going to fail? Of course not. We see all of these layer 2s, we see DeFi, and we see new protocols coming in RWA. So these are all going to do well. And right before a bull market, which is what I expect to happen in the next year, we should be looking at these coins and adding them to our portfolio. So that's why I have them in the watch list. I don't think they're going to die. I actually think the price right now is a perfect time to get in, and I'm going to do that. So yes, we'll see projects that are great at marketing. We'll see projects that are great at technology. But most importantly, are they generating revenue? That's what I like to look at, and that's what you should be looking at as well. And with major chains like the layer 2s and layer 1s, they actually do generate revenue through the gas fees. With Lido, they take fees also from the staking. So there's a lot of utility there and revenues that are actually being generated. Now with Doge and Shiba and these meme coins that have become unicorns, of course they're planning to do create revenue. They're going to introduce a game. They might do a metaverse. And these are things you need to keep up with. So that's your strategy. I mean, for me, it's very important. We look at fantastic technology and fantastic marketing. So there's no right or wrong answer here. There is the same fundamentals across both kind of projects. You definitely need to have a very strong team. You definitely need to have strong marketing. You have to have a good business revenue that actually makes sense and is generating revenue, a community, and traction. All of these things are important, and these are things that you should consider. And actually what's really cool is that all of this information is available to you, and you can find it all online. And overall, all that matters is the end result. If that investment made you money, you're in the 1% of crypto investors. So if you want to stay up to date, check out ICN.live, our flagship ecosystem product where we have the latest news, events, and information on Web3, AI, robotics. You can even sign up in our newsletter to get all the latest information directly to your email. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and follow ICN Web3 Media across all socials because we'll be dropping videos every week to keep you ahead of the game. See you next week.